We get so caught up in our lives, dude. I had no idea that on July 20th, they found a guy that was basically a model recruit for Jeffrey Epstein, one of his recruiters. They found him dead. So this is just another saga. They're waiting on the autopsy report for that thing, but you got to think back to Virginia. I forgot her last name. I probably won't be able to pronounce it anyway, but we forget about her. And after her making messages saying that she is not going to delete herself, she deletes herself. And is that what we're going to have here when the autopsy comes back? I don't know. The man was, I think, let me look how old this guy was. This guy was 69 years old. So, you know, I guess we're going to have to wait on that report there. But I was wanting to grab the clip to this thing, guys, and bring it on here with y'all and break it down. It's behind me here. We might just have to go ghetto style. Listen, I'm just now learning StreamYard. I'm learning how to work this streaming service, and I do know how to add media to it. But my problem is I don't know how to put my media onto my computer to load it on here to react to different clips like this back here with this guy. Because man, what an interview it was! And guys, guess who does the interview? Guess who's doing the piece? CNN. Listen right now. If you're listening right now, this is something that we share when we're talking about the Epstein list. When we talk about the data centers, you'll never catch me on a live stream telling people to like, comment, and subscribe or telling people to share. But I'm absolutely telling people to share this right now. People need to share this video because this is important. The regular degular out there, the guy that breaks his back every week at work, he's the one that needs to know about this information and see what's going down. So share this stuff, dude. It needs to get out there. So I mean, it's just so epic of what's going on here that they can go and these people will arrest the Tate brothers. And listen, I'm no Tate brother advocate here. I'm not advocating for the Tate brothers. I'm not. I'm not. I don't. I know pimping when I see it, and what we're seeing behind me with this guy Daniel. What's his last name? It's a French name. He looks like he's one of the Zionists, of course. These people run in circles. Daniel Siad, French modeling scout linked to the Jeffrey case, who was found dead July 20th. He was found dead at his home, a northwest suburb of Paris. His death occurred just days before French authorities were scheduled to formally question him. Okay, here we go. He's about to be formally questioned. Why aren't these people being hauled into jail without bond and questioned and put under the hot light? Because this is song and dance. This is theater. This is pretend time. They want the illusion that they're investigating things, even as far as this piece right here. The people that made this piece for corrupt legacy media CNN, the people that made this piece, it's just some filler to keep you. They know nothing's going to happen with this stuff, that this is a hamster wheel that they're keeping the masses on. Because the people that are implicated in this here, they don't want to go to justice. They rather bring somebody a little bit lower than them, a Tate, and get him for his trafficking. But this thing here, this is this Epstein case is pimping at its highest form, pimping and blackmail at its highest form. When you think of pimping, don't think about the guy, you know what I mean, in the Cadillac with the clothes and the gold. Yeah, that's a form of pimping. But this right here, what we're called, this is the elite of the elite, and this has been going on since Bible days. And what we had with Jeffrey Epstein and I hear people. Have you heard people trying to like cape up for Epstein, saying that he wasn't attracted to minors? Now I know what I want to call him, the word that we all want to call him, but we have to self censor on this thing. But people are trying to say, oh, he just liked young girls, like women over 14 years old. That's a lie. This guy was a PDF file, raging PDF file, as top as you get, a pimping PDF file. That I mean, the name you lead. Lolita Express. All you have to do is look into the name of that, which is written after a book, which is written. It's a pro PDF file book. It's a pro P. Listen, if you listen to this right now, this is the content that we got to share. The Epstein list, flop cameras, data centers. We need to share this stuff because this stuff is going to be the stuff that gets suppressed. You know what I mean? They don't want this type of information out there. They don't want us to keep this thing alive. They want to show us pieces like this behind us with a semi pushback interview. So they took this guy, Daniel Sade or whatever his name is, and this lady from CNN did an interview with him. I think this interview is from some time ago. And she does push back on him a little bit, about as hard as you're going to see a legacy media employee push back, right? But he's basically a recruiter for Epstein. This is one of his underlinks that he uses to recruit the women, to bring them in, and he likes them young. And they masquerade themselves as if they are people that with opportunity, and with opportunity for you in your life, for you to chase fame and fortune through modeling. So you're already blinded by staring at yourself all day long in a mirror. So these women are easily pimped, easily persuaded if you know what to say and you know how to say it. And I think, let the record reflect, that Jeffrey Epstein absolutely knew how to play it and how to say it. I mean, the guy looks like a nobody, but it's those nobodies that are the biggest pimps of all. Like people like Snoop Dogg, they idolize guys like Jeffrey Epstein, because this is pimping at its highest flipping form. This is pimping and this is blackmail. And this guy Daniel Sade, that was found dead in his home in Paris days before he's to be questioned, is one of this guy's recruiters. They can't have him testify. Ladies and gentlemen, let's wake up and smell the coffee here of this international ring, this mafia that is going on, that I would entangle it to the Is It Real Club. You got to listen to my language here, because we just can't say everything that we need to say. But this Daniel Sayed guy spent over 30 years working as a model recruiter, dude. So imagine the amount of treachery that this man's involved with here. So I mean, I'm sure we're going to bump into some reports here, but he's testified that he's maintained a professional relationship with him for over a decade. Now, in the interview, Daniel talks about he knew that Jeffrey went to jail for crimes against children, but his point of view was that, hey man, he paid his debt. I mean, if he was still sick, the United States would never let him out of jail. That's his positions, and he trusted Epstein immensely, because these guys are in cahoots together. And right now, this is damage control, and this man Daniel is no longer with us because the information that he has can't be passed on. There's too many powerful people involved with this. This is the whole reason why Trump and his whole administration is silencing these files. Why every administration, the Biden administration, everybody is silencing these files, because these people are implicit in it, implicit in the sense of they're covering for them, and implicit in the sense that some of them are participating in this and have been. And this is the global elites. The global elites, guys. The U.S. Department of Justice released declassified Epstein files. Siad's name appeared nearly 2,000 times in these documents. So we got 2,000 times this guy's been in the documents. 2,000 times. Listen, he's no longer with us, and he was supposed to testify days before he was found dead in his home in Paris. Why isn't this everywhere? Now, this news escaped me. I seen it actually on the legacy media. So they are reporting it. CNN did do a piece on it. But as I said before, these pieces are done to throw into the hamster cage so we can continuously be on this hamster wheel that we're never going to get justice from. Howard Lucknick should be in handcuffs. Okay. The other guy that ran Victoria's Secrets, his name's escaping me. He should be in handcuffs. Maxwell should be in a, if she's not cooperating with law enforcement, she should be at ADX Florence. But instead, Ghislaine Maxwell's in Club Fed. And listen, man, I did Fed time and I did time at the harsh penitentiaries. I got up to level 4. Estelle was a level 4 at the time. And I did a pass through to USP Atlanta. But I also spent a little 6 months at Club Fed. I didn't last. It was too much like freedom for me. I ended up getting in trouble. I got into a fight and they shipped me up out of there. But it was Softly Field. That's a federal prison camp. I don't even know if it's still there, but it was on a Navy base. And it was a camp, dude. There was tennis to be played. The beds were so comfortable. People there were working on the military base. There's all kinds of things going on. And that's where Ghislaine Maxwell is. She's in Club Fed, and she's never given them any information because she has all of them. They planned for this. Jeffrey Epstein had an escape clause that he's been working on since like 2008. Now, was that him in that jail cell? I say absolutely not. I think Jeffrey Epstein is among us. And tell me what y'all think in the comment section there. Is he still with us or isn't he? What do y'all think? Before his death, Siad publicly maintained his innocence. He claimed he believed Epstein was a legitimate casting director for major brands like Victoria's Secret. Now, when this was said, CNN had to back up and do some damage control, I guess, because they don't want to get sued. And they adamantly said that they didn't see any proof with that. But I'm going to tell you right now, the man, Wexner, we got Howard Lucknick, that's the Treasury Secretary, and Lex Wexner, that's the guy that ran Victoria's Secrets. And that guy's money, Jeffrey Epstein controlled it. That's one of his biggest blackmails is this guy right here. So Jeffrey Epstein was running Victoria's Secrets. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. And if they really let the files out and they really got testimony from people, they would find that out easily. But these people got too much money, man. You know what Howard Lucknick did in May? Because he knew he was going in, he was going to have to testify to the kangaroo courts that our country has, where these politicians get behind microphones, kind of like I am right now, and they look so astute and presidential and government, and they ask the hard questions that the people are asking, and they make the people under testimony look crazy, and then they go party together later because they all cover for each other. It's all theater. These are actors. These are people that have been put in positions to take your freedoms, and they do it all for power, and they do it all for money. Power and money. This is the two mixtures that that are the gasoline to these people's engines. In 1970, old Daniel Siad here, the guy that was found dead in Paris, France, on the Epstein list over 2,000 times. He had something filed against him for an incident in 19. Okay, so I was wrong on that. This is from he was accused in 1990 by a Swedish former model, came forward publicly and filed an official complaint with federal prosecutors. The allegations accused Syed of raping her in 1990 when she was 20 years old in a pool beside the French Riviera. Siad vehemently denied the claims, stating that in May 2016, she found never the women in my life and had no memory of crossing, although the incident fell outside France's statute of limitations. So this woman didn't report any of this. So I don't take any credence to this. If it happened to you and you didn't run directly to law enforcement, then you didn't, nothing brutal happened to you. You're making a play. So as much as this guy's a piece of garbage, I don't hold any type of sway and stuff like that. Just like with these politicians when they come out with them about how they've been um sleeping around right before Elections about to happen. I understand what the play is here. This is politics. They're playing this game. It makes me actually want to vote for the person and not believe any of the accusations against them. Because if the accusations were valid in any way, with any type of real physical evidence, the people that did that to that woman or women or a woman would absolutely be in jail. You'd be in that jailhouse, baby. 24 women came forward to French authorities as victims and witnesses of abuse and trafficking involving Siad and his immediate associates. So here we go. This is how, in pimp language, this is how they get their stables. A pimp isn't a pimp without a stable of hoes. That's pimping 101. And this is high end 5-star pimping here. And this is how these pimps fill their stables. Because do not confuse yourself. Jeffrey Epstein was a pimp with a stable of hoes. And how he got them and what he did to get them into that state of mind to serve him like they've done. If you come up and you say anything against them, look what happened to Virginia. She deleted herself after several times saying that if she deletes herself, you know that it was foul play. And they found her like that. Now, this gentleman here, who else is it going to be? You know what I mean? We got this thing is deep. It runs all the way up into the royal family. I think it rolls all the way into every upper echelon of government in the world. Accusers described a system where Daniel lured young women from promising modeling opportunities. You are so beautiful. Look at you, man. We got an awesome opportunity for you. And these people show you that they're actually agents that can get you booked for a job. They got you. That's the hook. This is big time pimping, baby. One victim noted that Sad flew her to New York and brought her to a bedroom where Epstein groped her. Right. They're working together, dude. They're working together. Only for Siad to later tell her she didn't meet modeling standards. Right. You didn't perform. So we don't need you. This is pimping. Communications in the files also showed Siad attempting to connect Epstein with girls he implicitly identified as under 18. Explicitly identified as under 18. He's not interested in 18. He's interested in 13, 14, 12. All right. Like I said before, people are trying to I've seen Andrew Wilson saying that this guy wasn't a pedophile, saying that he was a minor attracted person. He was attracted to minors. And this guy that's carrying water for I'm like, excuse me, trying to downplay it so we can forget about this list. Like that's insane to me that a guy of that stature that claims that they deal with truth is going to carry water when you easily can see the name of this man's plane was the Lolita Express. There's a book about the Lolita or whatever, and it was written, and it's a PDF file book, dude. Come on, man. To his death, authorities had placed Siad under wiretapping and special surveillance, though they noted they had not yet amassed enough immediate evidence to arrest him before he died. So he okay. This is how weak these government officials are. The devil's always in the details. What's it say right there, guys? Right here it says prior to his death, authorities placed him under wiretapping and special surveillance. But yet he's still gone and you don't have any suspects and nobody's been arrested. There's no foul play here. Come on, man. Come on, dude. This thing stinks. This thing's stanky, guys. This thing stinks to all hog heaven, guys. This is the Epstein class, the PDF file class. That's what we're dealing here with these folks, guys. We are ran by PDF files, covering for one another. If they're not participating in it, they are covering for one another. Guys, this is the stuff that we share here and get this stuff out there. You never hear me on a live stream saying stuff like that unless I'm talking about the list, unless I'm talking about data centers. This is up to us. We can't let this thing go because they're shoving it right underneath the rug, right underneath the rug. When I voted for Donald Trump, I voted for people to be putting handcuffs over this list. I didn't vote for Ghislaine Maxwell to be in Club Fed. I voted for her to get pressure put on her so she can tell it. The feds know how to put that pressure down. And believe me, when they put that pressure down, you're gonna tell it. But her and Epstein, I might put Ghislaine Maxwell above him in the if you're going to be classing pimping, because that would be considered in the pimp game. She would be considered his bottom, but maybe she's the pimp and he's the bottom, meaning his bottom bitch. Because a pimp has a stable, and the stable has a bottom bitch that takes care of all the women. That's how that thing rolls, and that's basically the blueprint that they run. So maybe she was the pimp and he was the bottom. Who knows? But this woman is in Club Fed right now. This woman knows everything. She knows everything. If there's ever a time for waterboarding, and I'm against that stuff, if she ain't telling it, man, maybe this is a time. I mean, all jokes aside, guys, there's kids involved here. We got kids involved here. So, she's in Club Fed. Todd Blanche goes down there, and he goes and sees her in jail when she wasn't in Club Fed, and then she is in Club Fed, and they're suppressing the list. Why? It's easy math. 1 and 1 equals 2. They're suppressing the list because they're on it. They are on it. They can't explain away the stuff that's on there for them. If they could, they would release it, but they can't, so they won't. Listen, when you're at the status of a Donald Trump, or if you're at a status of a Jeffrey Epstein, and these guys all know each other. They know how he was playing the game. They know how he was getting down. I was around during the 90s and the 2000s. All this stuff wasn't looked at it like it was. You know what I mean? The time in the 90s, pimping was looked at like it was crazy. It was crazy. There was a culture. Now, you know, what is it? Politically correctness and all that stuff. Now we're at a point where a lot of that stuff's taken a back seat, and I would say it's good that we're not glorifying pimping anymore because it's disgusting. And that's what we got going on, pimping and blackmail on the highest level that you could ever imagine. The highest level that you could ever imagine. Crazy.